First of all, welcome to the course. And here is our course homepage. And if you click on here, anytime you're in the course, it'll take you back to this page. And here has some contact information, phone number, Skype, and username. Now, you're not really in the course until you actually do a few things. And these are the 4 things that you actually need to do. Introduce yourself in the discussion, required documents, Units 1 and 2 online quizzes, and Units 1 and 2 assignments, which we're going to talk about in a second. The next thing we're going to do is actually look at what's underneath each one of these links. Alright, under content, so if we click on content, you have 3 sections. Start here. And under Start Here it actually has 3 sections: starting or getting started, introduction, course resources. Start here. And this is some information that was on the course homepage. But before you actually see the whole course, you need to introduce yourself in the discussion, which we'll look at these 4 items in a second: the required documents, the quizzes that you need to do, and the Unit 1 and 2 assignment. So under the getting started, actually we're going to come back to that in a minute, but introduction, we have a course tour video, which is not this video, but explains a lot more about the course. Again, some contact information, an outline of the course, a student guidebook from the Vancouver Learning Network, email etiquette, and how to navigate the course. A lot more information there. Other course resources you're going to need for the course is a PDF of the textbook, a formula sheet that will be given out with the tests. These things will be explained a little bit later. But let's scroll up here. Before we do that, the other 2 things that you'll see under here is some information and physics skills and 2 kinematics, and actually there's 9 units, and you see only the first 2, and you won't see the other 7 until you complete these 4 items. So let's just look at one of these pages. We'll just pop one open, 2.3, and what we have on each one of these pages once it starts loading, we have objectives. Read this section in the PDF textbook. Watch the following videos. We have some practice questions specifically for this page. And then we have some content here for you to go through and videos. We're not going to spend a lot of time there, so let's go back to table of contents. So those physics skills and 2 kinematics are set up that way. What else do we have here? Let's go Dropboxes. This is where you're going to submit your assignments. You only see one right now, and I'll explain how to see the next ones in a second. You got your grades pages, quizzes, which you don't see any right now, but we'll be seeing in a few minutes. Communications, there's your email link, the news page, discussions. So let's go back to the content. So here we are under content, getting started, and we have some items here. And the first item you need to do before other things open up is introduce yourself and draft 1 or 2 specific goals. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Describe how this course is going to contribute to your career goals, any challenges or apprehensions. So what you're going to do is just click on introduce yourself. And this can also be found under communications and discussions. So you're going to start a new thread. You can just type about me. So I've copied and pasted my introduction about myself, and what you do is click post. And after that, what you should be able to do is see other people's posts, and you're going to reply to them. And so let's actually go back to content. So after you've completed the discussion, what you'll notice is we have these 2 quizzes available, which you're going to have to do. They're open book, and there's about 10-15 questions for each quiz, and you can take these quizzes as many times as you want. What else we have on this page here is the required documents. click that. And depending on which one you are, if you're a Vancouver school student, you go to one of the 18 high schools, then you don't need to do anything. But if you're a non-VSB student and you're in K to 12, then you need to do this. If you're an adult, you need to follow these instructions. If you're an international student, you need to follow those instructions. Alright, so we've discussed the required documents, and they're going to go into this drop box. And right now you have a couple of quizzes, and you can click on the quizzes from the content and getting started page, or you can actually go under assessment and quizzes. And before we didn't see these, but now we see two quizzes. So you're going to go ahead and do those. Now we've done the two quizzes, and you can see you can go back and you get unlimited attempts to do these. And what you'll notice if we go back to the content section, what we'll notice is we have the Dropbox here for this assignment. And you can also go up here, assignments Dropbox. So there's the Dropbox for the assignment, and here's the ones for those, whoops. Sorry, let's go back there. This is the folder for those documents if you're an adult or non-VSB student. That's where you're going to put those. So let's go back and look at that as assignment. The best thing to do is probably to download it right here to your computer. So here's the assignment in Microsoft Word. You can open this up in Pages on the Mac or Open Office. If you're going to open this in Pages, export it as a Microsoft Word document. So you need to fill in all these yellow sections. And I'll let you read that. I'm not going to spend time explaining that. Here, you're going to give me projected dates of when you're going to complete these assignments, when you're going to write the midterm. More instructions. So here what you need to do, so these 20 questions that are below here, you're going to do them on a separate piece of blank paper. You're going to do it by hand, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take a picture of it or scan it and submit it as a separate file. So I'm going to let you go through this, let you look at all of these questions. Follow the instructions, and at the bottom, anti-plagiarism, type your name there, type your name here, and then I will give feedback here. So once you finish this and the physics questions, then what you're going to do is go and put them all in this Dropbox. And then what will happen after that is we will double check, the VLN office will double check to make sure everything's okay. Then after that, you'll have access to the rest of the course, all the rest of the assignments, the rest of the quizzes. There's one for each unit, and you'll be all set to go.